What's up everyone, this is Free7G. So for today's video today, it's actually going to be a very bit different compared to what I actually do for the previous videos. So all this time you've been seeing me playing some gameplay for a specific weapon with underneath that skin, and whenever I made a guide, which just didn't really happen until last year. Those are actually just basic guides, and there's just basically something elementary that you guys should know whenever you want to play any type of shooters. And that should be something that you want to know. So for the actual topic of today, it's actually going to be focused on an element that hasn't been practiced throughout the entire history of a Ballistic Overkill, and also the free-to-play version themselves. And whenever people that actually do discuss about it, people kind of shrug it off or laugh it off and just say it's like, it's not possible because there's no any coordinations of TeamSpeak, or just like coordination in Ballistic has never happened before, and there's no way that you can actually implement that type of tactic in this game when everything's basically on you as a player yourself, and it doesn't matter towards anyone else. However, in my argument about team coordination in this topic, I do believe is there out there somehow in a different type of form that people doesn't want to expect it as, compared to those other games that actually do reinforce the concept of team coordination and to actually work as a team in order to overcome a giant obstacle that one person can't do by themselves. This actually concept of themselves actually did brought over from Overwatch, because when I actually started playing Overwatch, I actually had this mindset that, oh, I'm gonna do everything myself, I don't have to rely on my teammates. But after playing the game for so long and a lot of frustration of losing as a team, and then actually did pick up the concept that if I actually do work with my team a bit more often, then it's going to be a lot easier on me myself. I don't have to rely on myself to do all the carry work, and I could actually spread down my responsibilities to other players, and at the same time it's going to make things much more easier and then actually change the experience of the game themselves. Of course, there's players out there in Ballistic Overkill that actually do prefer to rely on themselves and actually test their solo ability to its limits without having the burden of the entire team to take them down whenever they lose a match or they lose a kill streak because some other team actually like to coordinate against the player that actually try to go for the kill streak. Of course I understand that, because I know from my experience, there are some times I actually do so well in the match. However, most of my teammates on my side actually end up dying so many times, and that actually brought down the score so low to the point like I've been doing the heavy lifting with all the kills or all the objective points, while the other team actually either have better team coordination officially without any foreign communications, or just the pick rate of their classes of their choice actually makes it so hard for one person to do all the work, and all the teams actually have to pay the price of all those many deaths. However, I can say that you can actually coordinate team coordination as a part of your skill set as a player as a whole, and that can actually carry on to almost any entire game that actually do require any team coordination or team matches of some sort. By having the skill set towards yourself, this will actually allow you to have more options on how to tackle certain situations whenever you call it either you want to go by yourself or you want to use team coordination in order to tackle something that you can't handle by yourself. It's a matter of decision making yourself, and whenever the situation calls it, it's your call. Either you go for it, whatever you decide you do, or you rather just wait it out and play it safe and just go out with your teammate. Sometimes I actually see players themselves are very unconfident with their aiming skills, and then they're kind of left out of hope that like, oh, I have to aim so well in order to be a better player and just do qualify on top of the leaderboard. Yes, that's kind of true in this game of Ballistic Overkill. However, that isn't the only dominating factor when it comes to playing Ballistic Overkill themselves. Yes, it does reinforce that as a core of the game. However, sometimes having numbers is actually better than having one strong person on your team. If you had team coordination with the numbers of players out there that actually is willing to go with you, it's going to make anything that's going to be very difficult for one person a lot more easier on you and all your entire team themselves. So I can show you the ways that you can actually incorporate team cooperation without having to speak at all. So in the game, you actually have these options with the voice lines. You can actually use that tool as just to indicate what you're going to do as a character, or you want to tell them what to do and such. I know the voice line is kind of useless because there's no sign or indication on what your character is going to say, but you can actually use that as a tool just to coordinate with your teammates if they're willing to listen to you. Another way you can actually do it is just to talk to your teammates throughout with a team chat box. And you can just basically tell them that there's a character on top of a specific position on the map. So let's say for instance there's a wraith on top of the ceiling on overhead. By simply telling them like where's that wraith located themselves, you can actually let the team know that there's a wraith up there, so they can be constantly aware that they'll have like prioritize of killing that wraith first before they can proceed on moving on to the match. Moving on to a couple of clips in Ballistic Overkill, there are times I actually do manage to get my teammates on board to go with me, and actually this one point together as a team as a whole, rather than one person going out there trying to do everything themselves. And it actually literally became an unstoppable force that no one player actually can dominate, unless the other team actually do manage to do team coordination on their side and try to repel back against our team. That, in a sense, should be what's going on in the game of Ballistic Overkill, since each class has their own specific role, and each class should actually contribute to their killing teammates by them either backup or taking on the front lines, or just giving them backup fire just in case if one person can't actually end it all. Just to start in this concept of doing team coordination, you can actually stick around with this one player or stay with a group of players. And this way you actually feel a lot more safe going out there against the other team rather than going by yourself and having a more higher chance of being dead by a bunch of grenades or a bunch of bullets coming at you. This concept of being in a group can actually sometimes actually win against fights that you can't actually do by yourself. So for example, if you try to go against this one player who actually is dominating the game right now with a bunch of kill streaks and he actually managed to kill everyone in 1v1s, by having more members against him, you're actually increasing the chance of able to kill him, because if he kills one of your teammates, there's actually 2 more people who go after him. Somehow he actually managed to kill all 3 of you with a really good accuracy or shotgun or any type of method just to kill all 3 at the same time. Chances are that's going to happen. It's going to be not that consistent, it's not going to happen all the time, but at least you have a greater chance of killing that person, so you can actually move on and try to make him more kills in order to win the matches. This exercise of you being with your teammates can get some time to get a little used to, because usually it's the fact that you have to get the kills, you have to get the most of the points in order to advance into the leaderboard, you have to get more kills and more consistent points. However, if you're not in the priority of doing the leaderboards and trying to get the game for fun, this actual strategy is being entertaining yourself to actually bring some light into the game and actually create some fun at the same time too, because if you do manage to hang around them long enough, you can actually make some friends with them, and then they'll be willing to hang out with you and actually do kind of more team friendly with them. So hopefully this video will actually shed some lights on some tactics you actually use in case you're not actually be the one to actually be killing everyone with your insane aiming skills or just able to react very easily. So if you actually want more this type of guide or just more basic guides in the future, drop down a link down below, and then we'll actually schedule that type of video anytime soon if I actually have the time to do so according to my schedule. So hopefully you find this video useful, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.